The biggest problem that I had, one, was keep the team morale high. Because if the leader is tired and is not open to things, I think it was more a personal position at that point, because I was juggling too many things. You know, when you juggle too many things, it becomes very difficult. So I think it was a lot of disalignment with the team, because one day I wanted one thing, one day I want another thing, and they're all in the middle. Now they're confused. I think when the leader is in a position that, like I said, in the edge of burnout, then your decisions are not clear. You know, you're not clear. And lack of clarity in your message, it will really give you a lot of trouble if the team doesn't understand where you want to go. I think also the systems, the operational systems were also determined. So it was very difficult to really stay up in the deliverables that need to be done. Are we following up with the students? Are we really getting the funnel from the trial to the sign up? Are we catching up with them? Are we going with the processes? So one thing, lack of clarity because of my burnout, and two, the lack of a simple system to follow to make sure the engine keep running. I felt the struggles that we're going through as a business was, one, a lot of insecurity. Again, it comes from the top to the bottom. If me as the person that in a way is the face of the organization, is the face of the academy, which also is a big mistake, you know, having the academy to focus in one person versus the team. You know, I think that was the biggest energy shift, you know, going from the necessity of the hero to be there all the time versus the community. I think that was the biggest change that happened within the process, you know, going from the team makes the academy successful, not just, you know, yay, the champion's here, now everybody's there, which is incredible that I'm not even there sometimes, and we're still getting students because they appreciate what Jiu-Jitsu is about, which also have always been my other mantra, you know what I mean? Like, don't be there for the person, be there for Jiu-Jitsu. But if the environment and the team is not working together to create the environment, something that like, okay, I don't mind the champions out because I appreciate Jiu-Jitsu. So I think this is what, you know, the TFI culture is about. You know, it's about the student coming to the door and they understand that the culture of the team is what takes you for the long journey, not just the person itself. You know, again, going back to my biggest struggle, if I'm in a bad day, guess what? My product is gonna be very bad. If I'm in a bad day, I may not even say good morning. I just walk to the door and next thing I know, they'll be like, hey, we're supposed to be here to have fun. And the person that owns and leads are the one not having fun. So I think that was the biggest change. The stress really affected me because now I go home, I don't have patience to talk to my daughter. I don't have time to run my relationships. Every meeting, it's a headache. Every problem becomes a chaos. You know, sometimes it's a little problem. Sometimes it's not even a problem. You know, it's an opportunity to development. And that's funny because now we have our meetings and we could be talking about the biggest problem we have. I just come out like, this is incredible. You know, this is just a chance for me. So I saw problems before as something that would take my energy away. Now I see problems as always an opportunity to grow. And I think that's the biggest shift, because if you're in a state of stress and burnout, you're just gonna be sucking into that, you know, hard negative density, and you have a tendency to stay there. Now when they say, we have a meeting, let's go. What time? You know, 11 o'clock, 10:58, I'm on it. I get more excited to find the problems that we need to solve. So me as a leader, as a mentor, can predict in the future, and also I can do, like I said, the things that I love to do. I love to talk to my fighters and have the patience. So that stress came to everything. I would go to a tournament, I'm like, I don't want to be in a tournament. I would see, come to academy, like, if my class is at 6, I get that at 5:55 and I want to leave right after. Now I spend my whole day in the academy because it's almost like, let's go. What's the next? You know, I really want something to happen so I can put my skills to prove, you know? And again, once you're stressed, it's like the Murphy Law. What can go wrong will go wrong, right? And I think once you shift the mindset, there's no hardships, just opportunities to problem solving. Just like Jiu-Jitsu, get you inside control. What are you gonna do? If you stress out, you get more tired, you know? You recompose, you start to find new ways and develop a skill to save the problem. And then again, it's exciting. Well, it's the same thing, right? You do the same thing, expect different results. It's not gonna happen. My biggest fear was just close the door and say, I don't want to do this. I want to just go do something that's more comfortable. But TFI and everything that we working on made me comfortable. I think that's important. It's a lot of work. I look forward to wake up early and call my boys, have the conversations on Slack. I really looking forward every day when you sign a new student, when we call new students, when I come to Academy and I shake everyone's hand, Because now I took the professionalism and discipline that we're developing to our leadership program within TFI and I bring that home. Before I almost felt like my home and my academy were two different things. Now I practice the leadership, the mentorship, the discipline, the systematic approach to certain things inside the business, and I apply this at home. And now I get home and I don't leave dishes out anymore. I have more patience to speak with my daughter. So I think once you align all of this, your life just becomes easier because now you have your personal life that aligns what you do every day at home. Your EIN is the same thing as Social Security. They don't change. A lot of people say, oh, but business is this and personal is this. No, everything is intertwined. You may have a different personality as a boss or as a fighter. Like me, I'm the nice guy, but I'm a sensei. I'm kind of like this way. When I'm a boss, it's a different way. Not because I'm different. It's just because I know those decisions can affect way more people, right? If I take a bad decision here or if someone is not be accountable, you gotta say what you're gonna do when you're gonna do it. But if you don't, communicate, right? So those are the things that are non-negotiables that when I bring that home with myself, okay, this is a non-negotiable. I need to be in bed by 10. I need to wash the dishes right after I do it because I said I was gonna do it. And that takes accountability and that just moves the whole thing. And then of course, let's say my daughter's there with me, she communicates with me, Dad, I'm feeling this way, how are you feeling, right? So that's where the part where communication comes, where a little bit of how you feel can interfere, but as long as there's a true communication, the team can pick up the slack, and I think that's super important. And that bridge between my discipline as a fighter was totally off in the business because I had no direction. There was not a clear goal. And now we found a clear goal, we got the path, and now we're working through this. Now I took all my jiu-jitsu discipline with the right systematic approach and methods, be professional, be disciplined, and a couple other things. And then after you practice so much, you say, okay, now it's time to practice at home. And then, like I said, we can live the true jiu-jitsu lifestyle on the mats, on the business, and at home. And of course, you always have a smile in your face.